Box today, we have a question. When a high-powered turnaround specialist says that he's looking for a rural assignment, where does he look? Look who's with us today. Mike Hegedus joining us with the answer in this week's Small Business Report.
Speaking of coming from the rural assignments of them all,
yes.
Bill, once you've turned around a couple of $10 billion companies, what can be tougher? How about getting more customers to rise to the bait? It's where you'd expect to find sun dancing on a freshwater stream running through virgin territory.
There's a back eddy over here and a nice riffle running down through it.
Montana, this little piece of water close to Twin Bridges, population about 300. It's not in the middle of nowhere, but it's within driving distance. The reason other people come here, including Lewis and Clark apparently, is to fly fish. It's a passion, but not everyone's.
Helping to fix companies. That's what I love to do. That's my passion.
Woody Woodard is a corporate turnaround specialist, and this is what he's in Twin Bridges to turn around. The 76-year-old R.L. Winston Rod Company, makers of what many consider the Rolls-Royce of fly rods.
The best rod is the one you almost don't notice. The one that's just an extension of your body as you're fishing.
In 2004, the total domestic fly fishing industry was about $727 million in sales, growing at between 1% and 3%. Fly rods approximately $135 million at retail. And while Winston is one of the top 4 manufacturers in the U.S., its sales only a small fraction of that. The very high end, anywhere from $600 a boron graphite rod to thousands for its hand-shaped bamboo models.
It's surprising how many Winston rods our customers own.
But they don't own enough, at least not enough to grow the company for a new owner.
I'm a turnaround guy.
And that's where Woodard, a former GE exec, one of Jack's boys, and a man who has spent a career in big cities turning billion-dollar companies around, comes in. He was looking for something rural.
The opportunity that I saw was that Winston was tiny.
And had room to grow, maintaining its quality reputation while entering product into different price point categories, something it had never done. Woodard has, and now when the rod makers come to work in the early morning pre-dawn light, they're not only making fly rods across a spectrum from trout to saltwater, they're also taking market share, increasing sales.
I feel that my role is to make sure this company is in good shape so it goes on for another 76 years.
Fly fishing in Montana. For some, it's a passion, but not the only one. Inside the lunchbox in Twin Bridges, Montana, I'm Mike Hegedus for Power Lunch. I certainly am. In another move, Woody Woodard has decided to service smaller independent retailers with his high-end product, not succumbing, he's about to say this, to the lure of the big box stores.
I knew there'd have to be one in there somewhere.
Boy, do we have a treat now a guest performer.
As hard as Steve Leisman works on all of the stories he does on the economy, I've never seen him work harder than he has on this one here. Our resident fisherman, you've been a kid in a candy store with this.
It's a great rod, Bill.
Is it good? What makes it a good rod?
Well, there's just nothing to it. You don't, like the guy said, you don't even notice it's there. It throws without really trying.
Now, are there different styles of throwing here you're going to be doing casting?
I'm just doing one, just a normal sort of long cast, you know, trying to throw out 50 feet. I'm thinking maybe there's a nice trout right underneath the camera in there.
Oh,
so I'm headed for him, and
how far can you cast, and how accurate can you be within a certain number of feet?
I can throw within a 10-foot radius at about 90 feet, and I can't hit a can at 5 feet.
Now, you've said this has not been a great fishing season, at least in the area where you fish this year.
No,
will that improve if you're able to use a rod like this?
If you can throw longer, your fly's in the water longer. The more your fly's in the water, the more chance you have of throwing fish. So
remember that. Will you get that crocheted on a pillow, baby?
Those are words to live by right
The longer your fly's in the water, the better your chance to catch a fish.
Formulas that fishermen use. Just put your fly in the water, because it's not in the water, you can't catch a fish.
And we'll leave you with that thought. Steve, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Michael, always good to see you.
Hey, Billy, good to see you.
That is Power Lunch for Friday. Words to live by. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on